All right. Continuing with the most essential words in the English language, we have the word acclaim. Acclaim. Oh, lovely. So, ouch. Things are falling apart, guys. That's a great auspicious beginning. It's a sign. It's a sign, Po. Have you watched Kung Fu Panda? It's a sign, Po. Okay. And so, acclaim. Acclaim. An internationally acclaimed author. And internationally acclaimed author. What would I need to know? Yeah, so again, please learn sentences, please learn. So acclaim is a big word. It doesn't happen like every day saying, oh, I acclaim you, or you acclaim me, or they... An internationally acclaimed, or I would say a renowned, which is author. Yeah. What is renowned author? So, if you're a renowned author, an internationally renowned, or a renowned author, renowned something, renowned politician, a renowned somebody who is well known around the world, right? Renowned would be well known. Famous. Yep. So if I would say acclaim, let me see what it gives me first. So acclaim as verb. His work was acclaimed by art critics. So his work was acclaimed. So acclaim is both noun and verb. If I say his work was acclaimed by art critics, here what do I mean by acclaimed? It means that his work was, I can put a synonym for it, praised. You know praised? Yeah, okay. People praised him for what? For some things. He was praised by everyone. Have you ever been praised by anyone all your life? All your miserable life? Everybody praises him. Yes. That wasn't. Yes. Yes, she is recovering from Friday night. She's still recovering. I need to see some of those grooves here. Okay? So acclaimed. An internationally acclaimed author is an author who is internationally known and acclaimed, praised around the world. Now as noun, the collocation to what acclaim? He, international, acclaimed. What would the verb be here?
One.
He what?
One.
He got?
Yeah. No, he won.
He won. So, as a noun, to win acclaim could be a nice collocation. International, great, popular acclaim, public acclaim, international. The recordings have won great acclaim. The young singers enjoying critical acclaim means praised by critics. International acclaim. So, here, let's talk about a few words. When I say somebody's famous or well-known, a well-known artist. Well-known artist means an artist who is known. If I say somebody is famous as an adjective, what's the noun for famous?
Fame.
Fame.
Fame. Very good. If I want to make it negative,
Infame.
Notorious.
how would you read this, Chris?
Okay.
Infamous.
Okay, the pronunciation is very important. It's infamous.
Infamous.
Famous, but infamous.
Infamous.
Sure. And that was the word, that was a very good word. That's the word I'm looking for.
Notorious.
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 Notorious. Notorious. Notorious. And the noun would be notoriety. Notorious notoriety. Notorious notoriety. Fame, famous, notorious notoriety. Now, who is notorious? A person who is infamous. Now, notorious, can you mention some notorious figures in history? Hitler. Very notorious. It means everyone knows him around the world, but not for good things, negative things, right? Who else? I hate to say that, but George Bush, he was very notorious because of the wars in so many places around the world. So he was very notorious. There's people, everyone knew him, everyone talked about him, but people didn't say good things about him. So he was a very notorious war-mongering president. He might disagree if he's watching, but anyways, that's what I heard from people. Sorry, it's not me. So if you say somebody's very notorious, it means like everyone knows him, he's very famous, but for bad things, negatively. So I can say notorious.
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 R's a little bit less.
Notorious.
Notorious.
Notorious. And this one?
Notoriety.
Notoriety. Like variety. Notoriety.
Notoriety.
Yeah. So that's acclaim. We also have fame. What else do we have here? Pub what? Publicity.
Publicity.
Americans believe that there is no such thing as bad publicity. There is no such a thing or such thing as bad publicity. They believe that all publicity is good because you become famous and people get to know you. If you believe there is no such thing as bad publicity, so publicity means.
But you don't pronounce the A after such.
No, because there are two ways of saying it. There's no such a thing as publicity, but usually they say there's no such thing. Usually, yeah, you can say such a thing. There's no such, but people usually say there's no such thing. There's no such thing as publicity, as bad publicity. Publicity. So, if you want to have publicity, I don't want publicity. If you don't want publicity, you don't like it for your name to be in the papers, you don't like to be on camera, you don't like to do anything, which is so un-American because Americans like to be on TV all the time. If nobody's filming them, they put a camera there and filming themselves. This is called publicity. They're doing it from UNICEF for the cultural thing for the UN. This is okay. It's called publicity. And what is a verb for publicity? To publicize.
Isn't it to publish?
Publish.
Publicize.
And publish. This is an American verb.
To make something public. Publish is something else, which is very close. To publish. Like a story. So, I don't want to publicize this issue. I don't want to make it public. When you make something public, please don't make this public. When you make it public, what does that mean? You publicize it. You let everyone know. Listen, I don't want to talk to the press. What does that mean, the press? I don't want to talk to the press. Means media. I don't want to make this story public. I don't want to make this story public. I don't want to make it public. When you make something public, you make everyone know that. It's public. It hits the fan. You know when it hits the fan? When it hits the fan, and it is euphemism for when there's a fan and shit hits it, it's all over the place. Huh? Have you ever pooped in a fan? No? So when it hits the fan, it's all over the place, right? I don't want to make it public. You don't want to make it public? Just go out there. The whole town is talking about it. Man, it hit the fan already. So you say, the whole town is talking about it. The whole town.
I like it green.
The whole town knows about it. The whole town knows about it. So when we say the whole town, it may be a city, it may be a village, but you say the whole town. Man, the whole town knows about it. It's an exaggeration, right? So to publicize, we don't want to publicize the issue. We want to keep it mum. Mum's the word. somebody says mom's the word, what does that mean? Mom's the word. Or to keep mum. So if somebody says mom's the word, let's keep it mom, let's keep mum. To keep mum. Mom's the word means,
Keep it quiet.
yeah, means see no evil, hear no evil. Have you heard see no evil, hear no evil? See no evil, hear no evil. It's like see no evil, hear no evil. Mum's the word. Look, I didn't see that you actually stole my banana and just ate it. See no evil, hear no evil. I didn't see that Chris kissed Javi that night when they were both badly drunk. I didn't see that. I won't make it
I
public.
wasn't drunk.
No?
I heard a lot of stories about you, baby.
I wasn't drunk, and I
you-
didn't have
You got a few things to talk about and explain here today in the court of law. You'll be court-martialed here.
이거도
Liar.
So,
No, I wasn't drunk. You. Yeah.
mom's the word. Means it's a secret, guys. Let's keep it secret. Don't publicize it. Do not publicize the story. You make something public, you make a story public, something's happened to you, you want to make it public. Who should you talk to?
The press.
The press. To make it public. Sometimes say no, mom's the word. We want to keep it secret. To keep something secret. To keep something secret. To keep something secret. Sometimes you decide to reveal something. What is to reveal? So we know publicity, publish a book. But you publicize a story, you talk to the press, you make it public. But you publish a story, maybe in a newspaper. You publish something, a book. You go to a publisher, and a publication or a publishing house, and you publish. But then you want to keep something secret? To keep something secret? A person who keeps a lot of secrets, doesn't talk much, is called, she's very, she doesn't talk about her things, you don't hear. She's like, always quiet.
Very reserved.
No, reserved is different. Secretive. Secretive people, they're very secretive. You don't know much about their lives, or what they're doing, where they go, what they do, what they don't. Secretive people. Who's secretive here? Do we have anyone who's really secretive? Maybe our German spy friend.
Yeah,
Secretive. Well, I heard another word which was also good, but it wasn't a secretive. Reserved is not secretive. If you're reserved, that doesn't mean you keep secrets from others. Reserved is a person who doesn't want to talk about their feelings. They don't show their feelings. They don't talk about their feelings. They're usually quiet. They don't speak much. But it doesn't mean that they're secretive. You may talk a lot, but still be secretive. You may just talk about the aquarium and all the fish. But your close friends may not know anything about your private life. Or what you do and where you go and what you do. In fact, we don't know. We should talk about it right after this. That's secretive. So secretive people keep secrets. So, okay. So basically, it started with the word acclaim. So Mark Twain won international acclaim for his book, masterpiece, literary masterpiece, Adventures of Huckleberry Finn. He won international acclaim, praise. So everyone, to win acclaim. He's an internationally acclaimed author, writer, artist. She is an internationally acclaimed artist, pianist. So that was acclaim. Then we talked about the word praise. Everyone praised him. Yeah? So it's... He deserves neither blame nor praise. Some people believe that we don't deserve neither praise nor blame for what we do because we don't do what we do. We have to do. It's the force of nature. Neither blame nor praise. Then we talked about so after praise and blame, we talked about making things public, publicizing things. Yeah? And there was no such thing as bad publicity. We talked about fame, infamy, infamous, famous, infamous, notorious, notoriety. To keep something secret, which is the opposite of to
Review something.
to reveal something. So what do you do when you reveal something?
You tell the truth. You tell the truth.
Somebody is going to reveal the story of a girl named Tui. Something special has been happening to her the past 2 weeks. Somebody's going to have, she's being very secretive lately. Somebody's going to have to reveal some stories about her. Somebody's going to have to reveal the truth. So what is to reveal, Saki?
Like something more.
What is it when you reveal something?
Can you say expose?
Yes, beautiful. To expose. And we have expose. Expose? Expose?
What's that?
When you expose something, actually I had a program named Expose. And it was a 2-minute filler. I would expose things that happen in US politics. So when you expose something, when you reveal, she revealed her sexual orientation for the first time during a ceremony that she is straight. Everyone thought she was. So to reveal the truth, to reveal the truth. Now, reveal is a good word, and so his addiction was revealed for the first time by his mother. No one knew about it. Reveal. Revealing also. Reveal. He may be prosecuted for revealing secrets about the security agency. These are stupid. A test that may reveal. So, she revealed the truth for the first time in a secret meeting with her friends 2 weeks ago. She started talking about the truth. Revealing clothes. What are revealing clothes?
Showed too much skin.
Yeah.
There's never too much skin. There's skin,
Pervert.
but never too much skin. Yeah, revealing clothes. shows some extra skin, maybe. There's no too much. What do you mean by too much?
Almost naked.
That's not what we call revealing. Maybe in Dominican Republic, that's what you call revealing. When you guys are almost naked. In the rest of the world, if there's a little bit low neckline or something, they call that revealing. Oh, I didn't know. The standards are different. So in the Dominican Republic, that the revealing is like,
Oh,
that's not revealing, my friend. That's called stripping. It's no comments on this video, but I'd rather keep it secret. I'll reveal my true intense feelings after the video. Her true, you see there's a killer, a young killer who's finally killed by the police. But there is a, what is noun for reveal?
Reveal.
Revelation. It's just the spelling I need to double check. Might be the L. Yeah. I want to hear that story later.
No.
Revelation. Did you get an injection?
Yes. No.
Revolution or revelation?
Yeah.
A revelation that shocked the world. A man revealing the darkest side of his life, that he raped his own dog. Daughter. Yeah, we have these revelations, right? The shocking revelations. Shocking revelations. So we have shocking revelations. Not necessarily confessions, but that would be a confession. So when there's a revelation, so if people are exposed, to expose politicians, for example, to expose politicians, to expose crimes, to expose criminals. He was, when he exposed, and what's an expose? Expose would be a story or a film or something that exposes the wrongdoings, to expose the wrongdoings of, let's say, politicians, for example, or of certain people, to expose wrongdoings. To expose someone's wrongdoing. A revealing story. A revealing story about the world of professional football or soccer. Behind what's happening behind the scenes. Behind the scenes. To reveal something, right? Guys, these words are all essential. I say it every day. You need to know every single one of them. Every one of them. Every single word. If you say that says a lot about that, or it says a lot about something. It's an expression, right? It's kind of. And this says a lot about Javi and his relationship with Jackie.
Ooh.
Jackie. It says a lot about. So, a revealing story that shocked the world. So Revelations. Let's move on to the word. Oh, silly. So, guys, reveal revelation. Huh? The story of his love was first revealed in 1996 in a 1996 article, news article by his trusted friend, Jack the Ripper. No? Yes? Behind the scenes? So the next word is actually. Well, actually is a very easy word. Actually. Actually, well, what part of speech is this word?
Adjective.
Is it an adjective?
Adverb.
Adverb.
Adverb. Oh my god. What happened?
So actually is an adverb. What is this adjective?
Actual.
Actual.
Can you give me an example with actual? What is a noun? Chris, that's your job to give me a noun for actually.
Agility.
In actuality. So, there was something happened. So the government said 5 people were dead. But the actual figures, so the government says, or puts the official unemployment rate says that, for example, 5%, unemployment is only 5%, it's around 5%. 5% of people are without jobs. But the actual figures are much higher. Or the actual figure is much higher. The actual, the real. Actually. It's very close in meaning to other words like what?
Reality.
In fact. Indeed. So in fact, we also have, when we want to start as phrase, as a matter of fact, right? Sometimes say which, or to tell the truth. Tell the truth. I can say to tell the truth, forget about which. Like when we say to be honest, to be frank. So actually, he is indeed the best author of 21st century so far. I never saw him indeed. We rarely ever meet each other. We rarely ever see each other. Indeed. He is indeed the best player in the history of sucking. Not soccer. Yeah. Michigan is indeed a beautiful city. It's also an intensifier. It is in fact one of the cutest cities in the world. One of the most beautiful. It is indeed. The British people use indeed a lot. Yes, indeed. They say yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. It's a
Yes, indeed.
British thing mostly. Yes, indeed.
Indeed.
So yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Did you do that? Yes, indeed. Did you do? Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Indeed, Ray is one of the best everythings of the 21st century. Indeed, you were crunk, mrunk, frunk, shrunk. Friday night. Not even close. Oh, she was not even close. She was flying. She was kicking everybody out of the bar. She was
Oh
like,
my god, that happened.
Yeah.
No.
you were twerking the hell out of that bar. And people were
Yeah,
just,
but where is dancing?
because she's twerking. And she was not even close. She was not even half there.
Not close.
Okay.
Very close.
Almost there, huh?
Almost.
Very close.
One short more.
No, close, real there is when she comes back to school next week in Dominican Republic. Definitions are different, guys. Revealing close. Did you hear that? Almost. Okay, are we done with actually, in actuality, actual figures, actually, indeed? As a matter of fact, as a matter of fact, we also have factual, huh? Factual. There's no factual evidence. There's no factual evidence to support your story.
Do you use it in the same way, like actually? Like, can you use it interchangeably?
We don't say there's no actually, yeah, but factual is more in terms of stronger when it comes to the substance, when it comes to facts, right? So there is no factual evidence that it's based on facts. And guys, facts and the truth. Have you heard this expression, say facts are the biggest enemy of the truth? Facts are the biggest enemies of the truth? Because truth and reality are not exactly the same. Reality versus truth. We also write it here. Reality versus truth. Facts versus truth. We also have factoids. This one is for Chris. Factoids. Have you heard to cherry pick factoids to support your story? You go cherry picking? Have you ever gone cherry picking cherries? You don't just bump cherries, you also pick cherries. completely different.
What means going cherry picking?
If you pick cherries, it's like that. If you plant cherries, it means you deflower a girl, which is they're completely different. She won't be a girl anymore. But these two are completely different. But if you cherry pick factoids, the little fact that you choose to support your story, to make a story. For Iraq, they said this a lot about George Bush, because he picked this fact from here, that fact from there, and this fact from here, and you put them together and make up a story. And you pretend that your story is factual. It's a factual story, but based on little factoids that you cherry-picked just to support your own story. If you wanted to say, for example, during the Iraq War, George W. Bush was trying to sell the Iraq War as a legitimate war based on facts that Saddam Hussein actually had weapons of mass destruction. So they started finding the little facts from here and there to support that story. They made up a story. And well, they invaded the country. And after that, there were no weapons of mass destruction. But these were little factoids that they got together, little facts from here and there to put together. So that's why they say reality and truth are different. Facts are some things that it's like a puzzle. You should put facts together, piece together the facts to find out the big picture, which is the truth. You know the big picture? The big picture. Some people focus on the big picture, others focus on the details, right? What's the big picture? Some people look at the big picture. Some people look at the little details, the nitty-gritties. Nitty-gritties are the small details. Yeah. Yeah, what is essential and basic? Specific practical details. Get down to the nitty-gritty of the problem. And you hear this expression, let's get down to the nitty-gritty. If you say let's get down to the nitty-gritty, it means the essential elements, the basics. Now, so the facts are not always the truth. Sometimes you say the fact is, the fact is that you hated me from day one. Have you heard from day one? Yeah? So you say, we got off to a wrong start from day one. To get off to a wrong start. When you get off to a wrong start, have you heard that? But I'm sure you have that equivalent of it in your languages. When you get off to a wrong start. But you have this, to get off the wrong side of the bed. To get off the wrong side of the bed. Do you have that?
Like, is that a bad day?
Yeah,
Bad day.
it means look, it's early in the morning, but she was very grumpy and she's like that. I think she got off the wrong side of the bed. Sometimes you say, I should have stayed in bed today. But that's a different thing. Only like Sundays when there's trouble, you say, oh my God, I should have stayed in bed today.
The left.
Del lado ajá. Te levantaste con el pie izquierdo.
The left.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Bueno, always.
Some days you say, I should have stayed in bed today. Anytime. Jackson, anytime. You're always welcome.
Oh, thank you, my
You
brother.
make my videos better.
Oh, geez, I'm interrupting. I'm going to be on YouTube. All right, I just want to let you know that there is a party. It's in about...
Guys, when somebody says there's a party, you don't say like, you sit there and look at him like this. When there's a party, you go like, woo! I didn't hear any of that. Jackson, come again.
Yeah, it's not this Saturday, but the next Saturday. Now there's a famous club in Toronto called the Government, and they're closing this club, right? And usually when people go there for raves, it's like $20 or $30. But they're having a big party. It's a glow in the dark party, and it's only $5. It's